Hello everybody. Well, got a video coming here that I think y'all gonna want to see. This is gonna be a couple part video probably. I'm just gonna try to do a little bit of stuff and show you what I got going so far. We're gonna try to get this thing timed out today. This is a Cs590 Echo. Buddy sent it to me because I asked him for one. I was looking for one. He found one. He sent it to me. He took off parts that I had here and sent me the rest of it. I just got to get a chain brake handle. That's the one thing I don't have. But nonetheless, we're going to see if we can make something hot out of this rascal. Now, what I've got is I've got a new cylinder and a new piston that come off of a build that we done a while back where we made a 620. I have not filmed a lot of this. Well, I haven't filmed any of it. I've kind of done some cutting here, as you can tell. I've done some cutting on the combustion chamber, put an angle on it that matches the top of the piston. That's as far as I've got for now. A lot of this stuff, I'm trying to get it where I can show you what's actually going on. Some of this stuff is just so, there's just so much involved. I mean, this is hours and hours of piddling stuff while the camera wasn't on, you know, after hours in between and doing things. But I'm trying to get you caught up on what I've done so that you know everything that's been done. Some of it's just repetitive stuff, so I don't show all of it. But what I've done is I've cleaned the gasket off, cleaned this off, and I did cut the chamber because I done it the other day while I had a little nothing going on, while I was waiting on something to happen. I did spend a little bit of time doing it. Probably over an hour. Well, yeah, it was well over an hour. So we're gonna set the cylinder on here, and I got a feeling that they ain't gonna be. It ain't even touching. I didn't figure it would be, so I'm gonna bend my solder over. I'm going to try to stand it up and reach it in there. Get it like that right there. Get some kind of idea of how much clearance we got. Now I'm probably going to stop this video on and off and just show you the end result instead of the machine work and all that. That's showing at the least about 90 thousandths. Yep. We'll take 70 off, that'll be 20. There's no point in checking the time and numbers just yet. We're just going to go ahead and take 70 off of it and see if we get closer to 20. I was hoping that it wouldn't be that far because my initial plans was to do a pop-up on the piston. But once I take 70 off of it, it might be an awful lot. So I'm going to go over here and trim 70 off on a mandrel, just like I always do. So let me go do that. All right, there's 70 cut off the deck right here, and also 70 cut off the skirt. The good thing about the Echoes is they have a real deep chamfer on cylinder, so even with 70 thousandths off, that's how much is still on there from the factory. I'm going to take my file. I'm just going to rub this edge right here. Rub this edge. Rub this edge. Even though that's got chrome on it. Nick seal, whatever you want to call it. Right. Now, we're going to have a little look-see what we got. Touch it right back in there just a little bit. Their fins, it'll pull them down for now. We'll trim them off here shortly. All right. Do we still have rotation? Hey, we still have rotation. Let's see what kind of squish we may have now. Find out if I got to do it again or not. This just helps me keep from whacking my fingers. So bad. Well, it looks like we in 17, somewhere between 20 and 17. $15.5. Oh, 14. We got one little spot in there, it's about 14. That'll come up just a smidge. I could take just a smidge off the piston. I think we want to make this one pretty hot. And there's a lot of open chamber up there, so I think I'm going to leave it there. There's one little spot that's about 14, but the right next to it's 15.5, and it just goes up from there. There's a little bit of angle in there. There's a couple different angles in there, matter of fact, because the piston's dome, and I cut an angle on the top of the cylinder. And then I made a little flat spot by accident because I turned the handle the wrong way. It's not much, it's like 12 thousandths, but still yet. I did it. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's find out how bad off the numbers are. My scales are itching today. Sorry. Now somewhere around here, yep, there it is. I'm gonna say I laid the Dyno Joe digital meter, digital degree wheel, which if you haven't seen it, Dyno Joe sells these on his website, and they are amazing. Now, there are some things that you can't do with this that you can do with a regular degree wheel. If you're wanting to put it on there and move the saw around, you can't do that. You have to leave the saw sitting where it's at. So if you're wanting to do something and you need to move the saw around, you can't move it and reuse it. But it's not a problem to reset it. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Well, you'll see from over there, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. All right. I got the degree wheel on. I'm going to reach in the intake passageway and turn it till it hits. Right there it sticks. So I'm going to hit 0. I'm going to go back to the other side. 161. 161. So we do 161 divided by 2. So what is that? 80 and 80 is 160, right? So it'd be 80 and a half. I think I'm right. I usually have my other phone, but Boo's got it, so I don't have my calculator. 160, 1 divided by 2. Yeah, 80.5. And my math was right. I just don't trust my brain sometimes. So once you do that, then you roll it back to 80.5. Right there, and you hit 0 again. That's all you have to do. So if you're using one of them and you need to move the saw around, just whenever you get ready to check the numbers again, move the saw back, just 0 it again. It's really simple. Thank you, Dino. I love this thing. I do love it. 84.1. That's where we're going to go, probably. Okay. $120. $142. Yep, 142, 143. All right. So we're at 84 on the intake. 120 on the exhaust, 140 on the transfers. So the exhaust has got to go up, well down, which is up, and the transfers has got to go the same way. So now see, if you move this, see that changes the numbers over here. Don't change them by much. If your table's perfectly flat and your sauce is perfectly flat, then you can move it without any issue. But it's better just to make sure you recalibrate. I mean, it only takes a second, you know. So we're gonna do that. All right, now notice I didn't mark anything because I'm not going to cut the piston off because it's at 84. So I'm going to leave it like it is. And we are going to do some cylinder grinding. And it's going to probably take me a little bit. So I got a long way to go. And that exhaust port is Cs590. But it ain't gonna be when we get done. I promise you it ain't gonna be when we get done, because we got some room. We got some room to grow when we don't blow through the side of the cylinder. All right. Raising them uppers is gonna be the worst part, because they are already set at a weird angle. And they're made extremely nice, so yep. All right, let me do some grinding and I'll show you what we got when we get done. All right, I don't know if I showed you the before, but that's a lot bigger. I don't know if you can really tell, but I've raised them a good bit. So it's all, I just guessed. I hadn't checked anything or nothing like that. So I just wanted to show y'all what it looked like. I'm gonna pause it, stick it back on there, and then we're gonna see what the timing numbers are. All right, re-zeroed. We're gonna check this and see if we got 84, which is what it should be. Right around 84. Yeah. 83.8. Oh, come on. $116. Yeah. Yeah. Say 139. 138. Something makes it act like the coil's on. It's got one sticky spot. I probably should have greased the bearings. But, alright. I got to do some more grinding. I still got about 12 degrees to take out of there. And some more on the transfer. So, let's do it. Alright. We're finally back. Breaker went out in the breaker box. Well, I had to change it. Luckily, there's a fella that carries a spare. So I didn't have to go anywhere. I just swapped it out. So now I'm going to have to go find I got to find another one and get it here and put it back in the drawer as a spare. Because several things that I don't like to be short on is breakers and well pump contactors. I mean, I do have some other breakers, but not a big one for running the box. But I only had one spare for that. So I didn't even bother putting the cover back on the panel for now. I'm going to see if I can get another one. I might put the new one in there and save the old one. But I don't know. You never can tell. And my old ones never seem to give no trouble because it's old for a reason, because it lasted for a long time, right? The one that was in there was a new one. So, okie dokie. I don't know if y'all can tell, but that is a lot of grinding. The transfers, a lot of grinding. And when I say a lot, I mean, I don't know exactly what the number for the exhaust is going to be yet. But I'm trying to get around 105. That's where I'm going to leave it, because I've honestly doubled the size of the exhaust port. And I'm afraid if I keep going up, I'm going to find air. And I don't really want to find no air because I don't have another one of these. So we're gonna slap her back on here, and we're gonna check it out and see what the numbers are now. Now, I will go ahead and tell you, I haven't tested the numbers, but what I did do is I slapped the cylinder on there as I was going along and just turned it to see what kind of numbers we were looking at, and I got close to 105. So I'm going to stop. We're going to slap the cylinder on and see what we got. Now I did go ahead and chamfer the ports, because unless it's just something weird, we're going with whatever shows up. Because it's a lot of grinding. Did I mention it was a lot of grinding? Now why this is not showing the same is beyond me. It's showing 163 now. It's 161 before, so we've added 2 more to it. So it's going to be 81.5. Come on. Wouldn't hit 81.5. It's either 6 or 4. 1/10 of a degree, we're not going to argue it. All right, let's see what we got. 84, just like it was before. Trying to get that thing exactly where I want it. Right there. 107. There's a sticky spot right there in that bearing. 128. 107, 128. So it's 21 degrees of blowdown. It's not exactly where I wanted it to be, but I'm not going to grind on it anymore. I'm not. Because I went up so far. It's so far. But I'm curious to see how it runs. I want to run it in this video, but I don't know if we're going to make it or not. If we don't make it, please don't be upset. My intentions were to make it run in this video. I just did not realize we were going to have to grind so much and then have other troubles. So 84, 107, 128. That's our timing numbers for now. About 14,000 squish. So let me get a hold of the other stuff and we'll see if we can put it back together. No promises, but we'll see. Y'all, I really hate to do this to y'all, but it don't look like we're gonna get her all together today. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get it all done and, well, fire it up. It's just not. It just ain't. It ain't going that way. Having stuff go wrong has definitely put a damper on my progress. There's so much that I've got to do yet that I wasn't even thinking about. I'll show you here in a second. I'm not exactly done with the video, so you get to see just a little bit more if you're enjoying it anyway. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Trying to get a coil wire on here because the end is not on the new coil. And I'm doing this a different way than what I normally do it. And I'm hoping that it works out in my favor. It came right off this way, so I'm under the impression that it might just slip right back on this way. And it did. So, hallelujah. Now we got a plug wire with a boot on it. Alright. Here's the thing. Now I'm going to go ahead, this video is going to be out on Friday, so I expect y'all to comment. This is where I'm at. I don't have the muffler done. I don't have that done. I got the cylinder on, and I was digging up parts and looking around. Now, this is one of the air filter options that I have chosen. That one's kinda it's sorta, there's a little bit of, I don't know for sure yet. And then I have these, and I ordered these specifically for this one, so this one will not go on here like this. But I have considered building an adapter that would turn up something like this, and just leaving all the back stuff off here. And that's probably what we're going to do, because this is one of the worst air filter designs that I have ever seen. There's no way to increase the flow to make it what I want it to be. There just ain't. So I'm kind of leaning towards this one and just making a metal adapter that'll sort of fit on there. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. This one could probably be put on there with just an aluminum adapter, and just, you know, even with it on there flat, I could probably force it down in there. Yeah, it'd be sitting on the handle a little bit, but that might be the way to go. So go down in the comment section and comment red one or shiny one. I think that would be a fair distinction between the two, or red one or the other one, whichever way you want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's late in the day and it's going to take a while for the video to upload, so I'm sorry we ain't going to get to fire it up today. I wanted to hear it and I wanted y'all to hear it, but I've got to gut the muffler, and to make the piece to bolt either one of these air filters on here is going to be, it's going to take some time to do it. I mean, because I'm either going to have to turn a piece and velocity stack it and then drill it to put the bolts in it, or I'm going to have to cut out a flange and cut a piece of pipe and weld it and make another piece and weld it somehow or another, or either machine it at an angle and drill the bolt holes straight. It's just one of them things. This one would probably be the easiest, the red one. So, and it might even be a little bit on the big side for the dooflicky. It says 42 millimeters, like 1 inch and 5/8. It's going to be a tight fit no matter which one. So go down there in the comment section, tell me which one you want to see on there, and then we'll try to make it happen. I'm hoping you're going to choose the red one. The other one's going to be a little bit more heavier because I'll have to make it out of steel. Maybe. I don't know. I might be able to make it out of aluminum. I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. Alright, well, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to finish putting the coil and stuff on here. And probably put the pull start cover back on it. Because it's just about time for us to go eat supper. And we got a late start yesterday, so I want to try to get started a little early today. I hope y'all enjoy it. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't get it done today. But I hope you enjoy the video anyway. I think she's going to be a tractor. And that's what I forgot to say earlier. If anybody's wondering about the timing numbers. I'm trying to make a tractor out of this one. I want to pull and just pull and pull and pull hard. So, hopefully that's what we're going to get out of it. Alright, I'm going to let y'all go. Don't forget, go down there and comment. Tomorrow Saturday, we have a live feed at 5 o'clock on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. So come and visit us. And we'll shoot the breeze. If you got questions, write them down. Bring them to the live feed. We'll try to answer them. Alright, y'all have a good day. Stay safe, be kind, treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. The opera out.